What? You clicked? Thanks a lot, geeks. So this video is a bit strange, a bit weird, but I guess if you have clicked on this video, you might even be interested in understanding the topic. So what I'm trying to convey is a kind of asymmetry in our behavior. Let's say you are going through a lean phase, through a bad phase. We all go through bad phases in life. Typical situation is something like this. It will have a lot of small peaks and small dips. So you can call those peaks and dips as spikes. So what I'm saying is asymmetry of spikes in bad equilibrium. This is an equilibrium because you are going through a bad state and the state is not changing, right? Every day you are in that same state, which means that is kind of an equilibrium. Now don't get into the debate of why this is an equilibrium and why this is not an equilibrium. Let's, for the sake of the video, let's think of it as an equilibrium. Now what I'm saying is equivalence of dips with no spikes. What does this mean? Essentially, every day you wake up, there are only three possible scenarios. Either your situation improves, which is up, or it faces a downward shift, which is down, or there's no change, flat. But the thing over here is when you have a downward shift or a flat no change in your situation, you think of both of them as same. I certainly feel the same. And up is seen in a different way. But being very logical, up, down, flat, all of these three must be looked at very differently if we were completely logical and rational people. But we are not rational, we are real people. So we think of down and flat as very similar to each other, and that is equivalence of dips with no spikes. So you can think of this diagram as these positive spikes or up is having a different effect than down and flat. So rest of the things are down and flat, which are not up, and rest of the things are perceived in the same way. Now obviously I have not done any empirical study to prove this, but think about your life, how you generally spend your days. When let's say you are going through a rough phase, when you hear a good news or you have a positive development, you have a different state of mind. But let's say on a certain day nothing changes or something goes bad but by a very small amount. The idea is all these changes have to be small, up, down or flat. So if the change is very small and it is towards downward direction or no change, you perceive them in a similar light. But if the change is up, slightly up, then you perceive them in a different way. And yes, I would not say that if you like this video or not, because if you have clicked on this video and you have stuck so far, I guess you have given sufficient amount of attention to this video to give it a like and also subscribe.